Grind. This is Pej. I'm here with my special guest, Austin. Well, not special guest, actually with my co-host, Austin, and our special guest, Wes.
I'm special.
Special.
Yes, we have an awesome episode today. If you don't know who this guy is, we're going to let him explain a little bit, but he's it's Wes Geer, former guitarist of Korn, co-founder of this other awesome band called Hed PE.
That's true.
He didn't tell me that. I thought that was awesome. I was a big fan back in the day.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
And you're still alive. Cool. That's cool. Most of our fans died.
That's good stuff.
Most of the fans or the members?
No, the members are all alive. But the fans somehow.
Okay, good.
Yeah, perishing.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. We're going to be talking about his amazing program, Rock to Recovery. So feel free to jump in if you have any questions, comments, just want to say hello, jump on in.
Okay, so real
is
quick.
My phone going to be in the way if they start talking? Should I
no, we can see it.
No, it's all
we
good.
see it. We see it. It's right there.
They pop up.
So first off, I just want to say Wes and I have a little bit of a history together. Wes and I.
We've never dated.
We probably used to run around the same circles when we weren't sober, weren't well, but
yeah.
But
literally running in circles.
Yeah. Chasing our tails. But Wes and I met about 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, at a treatment center where he had first launched Rock to Recovery, which was
true.
He came and he was doing music groups, and I was doing groups at the place too. I was a case manager, so I never actually sat in on one of his groups, but I do remember that a lot of the guys that were on my caseload just loved Rock to Recovery, especially people that were musically inclined. So Wes was very instrumental in helping people, kind of get in touch with their inner musical self in early recovery and so on and so forth. So go ahead, Wes, tell us about yourself and tell us more about Rock to Recovery and who you are.
Well, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm single. And
Get him at him in the comments.
I'm ready for a Pringle. No, I am the founder of a band called Hed PE. If you don't know us, we played clubs with bands like Korn, Deftones, Incubus, System of a Down. All those bands in our band, Hed, played together. And we all got record deals, and we toured together. Bands like Snot, you name it. Somehow I didn't die. I did do copious amounts of things that probably should have killed me. And I went to treatment center. I got sober. And as a result of getting sober, I thought my music career would be over, right? Your brain's going to say, you can't do music sober, homie, because I did music so wasted. Because I was sober, I got the gig with the band Korn. They wanted somebody who had their, together. Can I say that on poop?
Poop, crap.
They had their poop together.
Rhymes with ship.
Yeah, yes. It does. And I got to tour the world totally sober with one of the biggest rock bands on the planet. And then when I saw kind of the writing on the wall, that gig was going away, I was scared, to be honest, because I was like, oh, God, here we go, unemployment again. How do I create something that helps people with who I am as a person, a musician, a sober guy? And I came up with this idea of Rock to Recovery, which started as a nonprofit. We'll get into that in a minute. But what Pej is talking about, it was actually my second client ever, was at this place over in Costa Mesa. And it actually turned into a detox at one point. So these guys are coming in off, shooting dope. They're dope sick. And the idea of Rock to Recovery is to get non-musicians to play music. So I can walk into a room.
Okay.
I tell them a little bit of my story. We have a topic of discussion that we can all relate to. That becomes the lyrics. And then I show them simple things that we play, and we all play together. And you watch guys go from, screw this. By the end, we're all singing because it's our song, for us, by us. And that's really the magic of Rock to Recovery, is that we figured out a way to get everybody singing in every session. And, traditional music therapy is cool. It's obviously very effective. It's been around for years, but most often it's like listening to a song and talking about how it makes you feel. Or maybe a drum circle or something like that. But this is participatory. This is experiential. We get people playing guitar that have never been playing guitar, singing, like I said, writing songs, and we record it at the end of the session. And so all the guys that work for Rock to Recovery have had record deals or been touring musicians and made records in their own right. So they're very talented. So these very talented, sober guys with huge hearts go in there. And what would happen at Pej's place, I'd sit in the garage because that was the group room.
I remember.
The guys would come in all, 9 o'clock. What the hell am I doing here? And by the end, we'd be singing and jumping around. They'd be so pumped up. And I was like, man, it's almost like nobody knows what's really happening in here because these people are transforming.
Right.
It's amazing.
So the power of it is, if you imagine the mental state of those people coming into that group, they're like feeling hopeless and alone and isolated and mad and angry and hurt. But when you get them to tap into that inner child, proving it's still alive organically without drugs, just by trying something they thought they couldn't do, which is an important message to carry into recovery. Try things you think you can't do that you didn't want to do, and what's on the other side? This incredible high. So, okay, I got to go.
No, it's absolutely amazing. So when you first have a group together of people that have never played an instrument before, what's that initial process like, getting them to actually jump on an instrument? Is there a little resistance, or how do you kind of get through?
Yeah, typically.
Probably a lot of fear.
Yeah, people are scared. Well, here's the thing. One thing, we have a whole shtick we tell in ways we get at them, and it's like this process we've built up. But first of all, we connect on the alcoholic or the drug addict level, like, hey, I'm just like you as in rehab. And you kind of tell a little bit of that story about trying new things. But one of the statements I like to make, because everybody says, well, I'm not musical, no. And then I go, well, you might be so. No, you don't understand. I'm not musical. You don't want me singing. And it almost gets irritating because it's Groundhog Day for us. We hear it over and over.
Right.
But then if you ask somebody, what if I played music and you're 3 years old? What would you do? I'd probably start like dancing around. So you're musical. Who taught you how to do that? So so you start proving it's in their DNA. The other statement we make is that, when music started, it wasn't Bruno Mars. Sure. It wasn't Beyonce. It wasn't Jimi Hendrix. The guitar didn't fall from the sky and some caveman caught it and was like shredding. It was expression. It was raw. It was probably beating on logs and grunting and groaning, and it just started getting more musical as time went on. So it's not, I say all the time that pop culture stole music from the layperson, the average person. So if you look at chain gangs or blues, where it came from, it just came from desperation to express. And so in our sessions, we're not trying to be good, or we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to express and tap into that. And I like what my homie Sonny Mayo says, we're playing music. What's the definition of play? It's like not serious. It's messing around, So, and then we start just showing them little things. We get them to buy in.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
It looks like we have a couple comments here. Keep us going over there. Keep asking if you have anything coming up.
Yeah, you guys.
So how long has Rock Recovery been around now?
So I formed the organization on 12/12 of 12, which I think gave us magic powers.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Austin Powers. But it gave us magic powers. I launched in May of 13. I started hiring guys by fall of 13. We celebrated our 5-year anniversary. We now expanded to NorCal and Nashville. We have 12 full-time guys. Like full-time, this is their career. We work with over 100 treatment programs as part of their treatment curriculum, meaning because some people don't understand. When you're in treatment, you have a curriculum like wake up, make your bed, make your breakfast, meditate, pray, meet your therapist. We're in there, same bat time, same bat channel every week. We do 450 plus sessions a month.
Wow.
And
there's something really special that you do too with the military.
Well, yeah, we have a department. We have a contract with the Department of Defense.
Are we allowed to say that here? It's not
secret.
Top secret.
It's already out of the bag. It's really
if it is, I've said it like 100 times today. So they fly us around. What's cool is that the military is embracing music therapy for wounded veterans. And they fly us around to a number of different Air Force and Army bases to write songs with the vets because it's been so effective.
I think that's awesome.
We had one gal,
I love
and you do it for the one person. I mean, getting big on a mass scale is cool, but when you have a girl who literally did a 2-page spoken word in one of our songs about wanting to kill herself, and then afterwards says, Rock to Recovery put a song back into my heart. You're like, even if nothing ever happened again, if I could die with just that one memory, it's like, okay, mission accomplished. We helped somebody. So it's really cool. Yeah.
It's come a far way. I mean,
it's come a far way in 5 years.
What,
5 years.
5-6 years, yeah.
And
it just keeps growing. I love it.
Keeps growing, yeah. The only thing that's inhibited our growth has been, I really want to say, insurance reimbursements because, obviously there's been shadiness in the industry. We've all heard that. So there's struggles on both sides, if you will. But if we had all the clients we had from the start and they didn't go out of business, because we've had a lot of people just go out of business.
Right.
We would probably
Yeah,
have
it keeps
20.
happening.
We'd probably have like 25 dudes and girls. We're still looking for our first girl. Not what you're thinking to do rock to recovery. This isn't 40-year-old virgin.
40 some odd.
Yeah. Hey, 39.
So what's the typical session look like?
Come in to the group room, set up the gear. It's nothing too huge, and start telling a little bit of our story, our experience, strength, and hope. Like I would tell my story, how I thought my life was over in recovery.
It's
and-
like relatable for them. They can hear your story and be more interested, be drawn in.
Well, then they realize you're not talking at me. You know, you're talking with me
With
or
me,
to me. You know what? I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I, tell them about my time in rehab and how it's all about, trying new things. Again, some of the stuff we talked about, the efficacy of music. And another thing too is there's a lot of ways to get people to open up, to trying something. Another thing we tell them too is, I would say, how many of you love music? It changes the way you feel. Oh yeah, me, right? Everybody, even if they're like this, they'll be like, yeah, I like music. Okay,
Who hates
so
music?
right. Every once in a while, you
Always
get one.
something yeah.
So you tell them music lights up half your brain when you listen to it, but when you play music, it lights up your whole brain.
Right.
And okay, that's cool. So it's very unique. And then what we love to say, especially for people who are drug addicts and whatnot, because we're all programmed in this world now to want a drug for everything. If you don't have enough tears in your eye, I need a drug. Your leg twitches, I need a drug, right? But we tell them that playing music does for them organically what psych meds does, which is true. It helps with serotonin, dopamine, it helps with cortisol, which repairs neural pathways, endorphins. And when we get singing, it releases oxytocin, which is by science the love molecule, which is released after childbirth, when you breastfed, Austin, and
I remember.
when you hug somebody. I'm glad you remember. Those are important moments in life. So organically, it's acting like a drug on them, and I think that gets, different messages will hit different people.
Very cool. So then at the end, they all get to record a song together.
We write it. So we're writing it together. We do this topic of discussion. Like if we're in a mental health place, maybe talk about something different than when we're in an eating disorder place. But we talk about something we can relate to. Like what is a lie your head tells you, right? My life's gonna suck sober, or I'm not worth getting sober. Okay, we share that information. That becomes the lyrics. Then we start selecting little people to play certain things, and a couple notes here, a couple notes there. Get the drums going, and we all play it together. And what you find is if you
Awesome. I think that's just wonderful.
Thank you. And you figure out, check it out. If you've never played guitar, hitting one or two notes is the same as playing guitar 10 years and shredding, right? Because it's like, oh. But if you look at music, music breaks down to a couple simple notes at a time. And when we put it together, it's like a chorus, right? It's an ensemble.
Right.
So we get them all playing, and by the end, we're all playing the song together. We're all singing the song together.
Right.
We let them be as dark as they want in the verses, tell the story. We've had girls, like beautiful girls, 19-year-olds talking about shooting dope in their neck. It's just heart-wrenching. And then we'll twist them towards what the solution is, the hope in the chorus. And then the chorus is the part of the song you sing over and over.
Hence, rock to recovery.
Yeah, hence. I love that word. And so a lot of times what would be cool is we'd write the chorus and you're singing the chorus over and over and over, and dudes would walk out of the room, singing the chorus like, I ain't shooting dope no more. And then you're sending this message out. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I love it. I think it's just the work you've done. I've always been an admirer of just you as a human being and everything that you do in helping people. I remember how effective you were, and I know that it's just expanded and gone in different directions. I love last year there was this event that you all had at the Avalon in Hollywood that I went to, and I got to see actually all the members that were part.
Yeah.
I actually knew some of them already from LA, not knowing that they were in Rock to Recovery.
Yeah.
But like Matt Bartosh, I used to work with him at Solid Landing. So I've just just to see what I really liked, the vibe that I got that night was that I wasn't amongst rockers that were pretentious and in their whole Hollywood mentality, like they're greater than you, better than you. They were welcoming. It was happening. It was going on. The music was good. It was just a good vibe. But now I know that every year you guys have a special event that you do.
Yeah.
And you got one coming up next month.
Next
Want to
month.
talk about that a little
Oh,
bit?
yeah, boy, do I. Yeah, so thanks for coming. And I love you, too. I've been an admirer of Pej Peggy Poo. So you came to our first ever holiday party, which was more like a dinner sit-down event,
Right.
and the Rock to Recovery band played. Like I said, the Rock to Recovery band is like I played in Korn and Hed PE, and we have a guy who played in Snot and Seven Dust, and and
Nice.
the guy who played in Cut You Up, who was on tour with Blink 182 and Green Day. They were on
Okay.
MTV. Like, so
Wow.
these guys are legit
Yeah, some
players.
big names.
Record deals and stuff. So, why we do the event? We have a portion of Rock to Recovery that is a nonprofit, so we can donate our services to state-funded or nonprofit organizations that would never be able to afford our services.
Right.
So we have a fundraiser, and we started doing it a few years ago. We have it at the Fonda Theater in LA. The Fonda Theater is a beautiful theater. And the first year, what we do is we honor somebody with the Rock to Recovery Award. So we want to show the world that you can be a rock star and be sober and be rad. So the first year we had Mike Ness there. And this isn't what he sounds like, but this is my version of
Do
him.
it.
But he's like, yeah, there would never been a social distortion if I didn't stop shooting dope in the 80s. That sounds like a guy from New York. He doesn't sound like that. But
Yeah.
I have to give a voice.
I was looking at some videos earlier. So is it last year you gave it to Corey Taylor?
So last year we gave, first
That was
year was
cool.
Mike Ness. Last year was Corey
That was
Taylor
an
for
awesome
the Icon
speech from him.
Award.
I was watching that
I
earlier.
know, he starts crying.
Powerful. Yeah.
Powerful. And then the year, also that last year we gave it to Wayne Kramer of MC5, which was precursor to punk. They were a political rock band in the 60s. So
Long
super cool.
time ago.
So what happens is we make it a sober event, and most of the people there are sober, but we've had the guys from Stone Temple Pilots play, the guys from Billy Idol's band played, Chester Bennington played,
Wow.
our friend we lost, Mark McGrath got on stage,
wow.
Fred Durst got on stage from Limp Bizkit. So we've had a bunch of super A-list stars, but we make it sober, and what happens is people are bust in from rehabs. They get to go to the show. So first of all, they're like, this is pretty legit. There's Jamie Presley on the red carpet right there, and it's models and stuff, but I'm here, and I was just in rehab. And then you got, whoever, Corey Taylor saying, I've been sober 8 years, dude, and I tour with Slipknot and Stone Sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's the inference.
Cool.
And
Inspiring.
it's a very powerful message,
And this year, who's going to be getting the award?
So this year we're giving
Can
it.
you spoil it?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
Yeah, because we got to tell people. We got to
right.
get on down the show. This year we are honoring Moby.
Oh no way.
Yeah. And I don't know
Awesome.
what I personally don't just lump him into EDM, but he's definitely an electronic guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
definitely a DJ. He's a huge advocate.
Very
but he's
talented.
been in
Extremely
recovery.
talented.
Yeah, extremely talented. Super rad dude. He's an advocate of many good things, and he's been sober a long time. He
great.
tells story. Like there's an article where he talks about just being wasted and having sex with somebody he didn't even know, and just like, this is enough. And if you, I can relate. Not that I've done that, but I can relate. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. So we honor him. We're also honoring my homie Tommy Vexed, which isn't a household name, but the story is cool. If I have about 30 seconds
Do it.
to tell it. Tommy Vex, Snot was a great LA band. Their singer died. He filled in with Snot. He had singing. He had a band with Divine Heresy playing with Dino from Fear Factory. Also, he filled in for Ivan Moody of Five Finger Death Punch when Ivan was off tour, deal with his own demons. Tommy formed a band called Bad Wolves, which is like a metal band, but they also, have really killer songs. So they decided to remake Zombie by Cranberries, right?
Okay.
Zombie.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that song,
Yes.
right? So they send it to Dolores O'Riordan, the singer of that song, the writer of it, just to show it to her. And she goes, I love it. They're like, wow, you love it? Okay, cool. She goes, can I sing on it with you? They're like, heck yeah, come sing it. She died the day she was supposed to appear in studio with
no.
drug overdose. So Tommy went through this big thing in the band, like, is this right to even put this out now? And they said, yeah, you know what? We're going to put it out in homage to Dolores, and we're going to donate. I get chills telling the story.
Yeah.
We're going to donate the money to her family. They gave her family a check for $250,000 just recently. The song went #1 in 17 different countries. 17 different countries. It was smash on the charts everywhere. And Tommy has been sober a long time. There's another part of the story. His brother tried to kill him with a crowbar and smash his skull in. but he's made it. He stayed sober, and he's been a huge advocate helping rock stars and you know.
He's a great guy. Good
Inspiring.
So we're honoring him with the service award. It's just really cool, and that's a message that we like to send.
Very
So
cool.
it's up Saturday, September 15th.
Mm-hmm. And how can people get
what's
tickets?
the website?
Really easy. You don't even probably have to write it down. It's AXS.com. So AXS, which I think backwards would be like that. AXS.com. If you look for Rock 2, T-O, Recovery 3, you can find it. Tickets are for sale. It will sell out. It's going fast. Oh, and another cool thing is my friend, Brian Fogel, who just won an Academy Award this year for his documentary Icarus on blood
Oh,
doping.
that's why. Okay, yeah.
Is epic. He's going to host it. So we got legit
cool.
people, Moby Academy Award winners, and I talked to Jamie Presley. She says she's going to come down again, and there's going to be some babes there and some cool dudes.
Fonda Theater.
Pej's going to be there.
Yeah, I'll come.
Yeah, I think
If
I
you're
gotta
not
get a ticket.
there-
No, I'm gonna go.
Hey, you guys,
Gotta
if
do it.
Austin isn't there,
I'm gonna
he's
do it. I'm
kind
gonna
of
do it.
don't watch the show anymore.
All this peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
So I mean,
That's
usually
awesome.
when on this show we have people that interact and ask questions, but today we were so enthused and excited about having you come on the show to talk about all that you do, because you do a lot. I mean, what you've talked about is, not even, it's minimal compared to what I really know of how effective you are out there in the community and how many countless people that you help. It's just been a pleasure to have you on here. I want you all to know that we do have another page on Facebook called Ask an Addiction Specialist. You can just type it in the top there. There's also a link at the bottom if you ever have any questions, somebody's struggling, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, father, sister, daughter, whatever. Come on there, ask a question. We always have different people, professionals and people that are in recovery that have countless years of sobriety that can answer your questions. That's Ask an Addiction Specialist. Also, the Sober Grind is found in many different arenas and areas. Go ahead.
Yeah, anywhere you listen or watch podcasts. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher,
iHeartRadio.
YouTube. We have a Facebook page now.
You just type in Sober Grind and
Sober
you'll find
Grind.
us.
You can type in Sober Grind on Google. You'll find us everywhere.
Yes.
We have a comment here from Hosh Jamberg. Love me some corn. I
Yeah.
love me some corn. Yes.
I want to go eat some corn. I'm hungry.
Some corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got. Oh, and another thing is, got to send love and prayers out to Jonathan Davis and his family. His wife, Devin Davis, passed away. I haven't been told an official reason. Maybe it's out there. I have my suspicions, but we don't want to jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
But that's not even the issue. The thing is, he's going through a tragic time. The whole Korn family is affected. So to Jonathan, Devin, everybody in Korn family,
Deep prayers.
relatives, prayer and love to them. And there's an answer out there, people. We love to help each other, don't we?
That's
Love it.
right.
Are you
Yeah,
sober, dude?
Absolutely. No.
I can tell you're
But-
not sober. Not in a bad way. Yeah.
Yeah, addiction's affected everyone in my family and friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody out there. I challenge anybody to try to find somebody who hasn't been touched by addiction. And even if it's not in your family or by some miracle, your high school or college, nobody died, then there's somebody that you love, like an icon, like a Michael Jackson that's died.
Or Prince.
Prince, yeah.
Prince, yeah.
Yeah. What did I order the other day? Oh. I can't remember what I said. He's such a Prince fan.
It was a raspberry parfait beret. Raspberry beret.
It wasn't even raspberry. I was just ordering something that sounded like raspberry beret, which
Yeah.
if you don't
It was
know,
raspberry parfait.
it's a Prince song. So he's like, "What, raspberry beret?" He loves Prince.
If you don't know.
Yeah.
Now
you
you
could
know.
be the Persian Prince.
I am.
Persian
My,
Prince.
my girlfriend actually calls me her Persian Prince.
Aww.
And she's not even Persian.
That's cool, dude. I
Yeah.
dig it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks for having me on.
We just got all mushy.
Mark Simmons says, I love this. Good to see Wesley on the show today. My service is bad on my phone, so you're cutting in and out. Sorry about that.
It's not your phone. Thank you guys for all tuning in
Oh,
today.
yeah.
This has been a wonderful episode of Sober Grind. I think it was like number 32.
Yeah, 31 or 32.
Right.
Doing this
We're
for a
getting up
minute.
there.
We're gonna keep going with it.
Thanks,
Brad, thanks for having me. I
Yeah.
love you guys.
And we'll see you next week on the Sober Grind. Over and out.
See you soon.